So we are gathered here to, as a group of friends, as a group of sisters and brothers, of daughters and sons of the University of Buenos Aires, which you already are, each one of you. Each one of you is a member of the family of the University of Buenos Aires. And I hope I will see you all next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, you must wake up early. You must wake up very early at 5 o'clock in the morning in order to get into the international celebration in which our dear friend Carolina will have the honor of being the first representative of the People's Republic of China in the history of the University of Buenos Aires. In the 200 years of the University of Buenos Aires, it will be the first time that in a celebration we will hear the voice of a representative of the students from the Chinese People's Republic. We will write history next Wednesday. So all of us will be there accompanying Carolina. I already gave you in my general email, I already sent you the ID, the coordinates for our meeting of next Wednesday. For you, it's next Thursday, because it's in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning of next Thursday. For us, it is in the afternoon. For you, it is in the evening. It is at 5 o'clock in the morning of next Thursday. So we are waiting now anxiously to hear the words of 4 of you. So we will hear from the group that now finished the second period. We will have the pleasure to hear our very, very dear friend Ada Kenzen speaking some words today. So, dear Ada, we are hearing you now. Please take the word.
Thank you, professors. Thank you, everyone. Wait a moment. I will share the screen. Moment. Wait, sorry. Can you see the screen?
Yes, but it is a black screen. But now it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, let's begin.
How?
It's my great honor to speak on behalf of Chinese student. First of all, we are very honored to join the big family of Voov and study with so many excellent professors. With awe and love for law, we are constantly exploring relevant knowledge in the field of law under the guidance of excellent professors. Now, I will talk about uh, from talk about the feelings from four parts. The first one is about the states, mainly the country of China and Argentina, and the UBA. The second part is about the professors and the courses. The third part is about the project. The fourth part is about the summary. Now come to the first part about the states and UBA. Country from the perspective of global geographic location, Argentina is the fastest country is the first country from China with economic changes. First, sorry. Uh, with the economic changes between China and Argentina are increasingly close, China and Argentina continue to strengthen the cooperation in science and technology, culture, education, journalism, and other related fields. With the background of the sound development of China and Argentina relations in all aspects, we are lucky to be a member of UBA. Um, about the university, UBA is the largest comprehensive university in Argentina. Uh, is also a member of the International Public University Forum and a world-class research university. We are lucky to be a member of UBA, learn from the excellent teachers and progress with wise students. More, more consistently and fortunately, we caught up with the 200th anniversary of UBA, which is a great honor and luck. It makes us so meaningful and memorable together. Perhaps this is a destiny. Uba's 200th birthday needs us to celebrate and bless together, and we also need to become Uba's honor alarming. The second part is about the professors and the courses. About the professors. So far, we have had classes for 2 semesters, and a total of 8 senior professors have taught us. The teachers are erudite and wise with high academic attainments. Professor Ricardo is highly respected, strict, and patient. He is good at guiding us, cultivating our critical thinking, and correcting our learning attitude. Professor Andley is kind and approachable. Matt Biage is versatile, witty, and humorous. Because of her, we know the southmost lighthouse. Professor Gabriela is orderly and organized. Professor Augustine is erudite and quick thinking. Professor Isberia is, is amiable and aristocratic. Professor Feller is tireless and patiently in explaining. Professor Ashley is knowledgeable and energetic. Every class is a feast of all knowledge. We benefit a lot from the professors. The second is about the courses. The teaching objectives are clear and the teaching methods are advanced, and the use of modern teaching means and the teaching aids is skillful. In addition to being an academic think tank, teachers are also versatile journalists who understand it, music, and other fields of knowledge. In particularly, Professor Ricardo should be mentioned here. In addition to his own lectures, his classes will also have PPT, video, and music, also focusing on Chinese language, images, and contents with Chinese characteristics. He also speaks Chinese and speaks Mandarin with northeast accent of China. We believe he will soon be a China hand. His classes are also so colorful that we admire him very much. And the third part about the project. The project has a clear has a clear planning with structured and systematic characteristics. It allows us to understand the general training process of PhD which can effectively cultivate the basic knowledge and academic research ability of our legal profession. I believe that after all the procedures of the project, we can harvest the PhD and an unforgettable experience in life. The first part is summary. Summary. 2 semesters passed inadvertently, we have changed from little knowledge of law to deeper understanding of law, which benefits from the good learning platform provided by WUBA. What impressed me most was what Professor Ricardo said to us in first class. Scientific research is endless, and the load of exploration will never stop, for our life is limited. We need to produce phased results. This sentence has guided us to continue to studying hard in the field of law in UBA. Recommendations. As the first group of the project, in order to better improve the project and promote the long-term sustainable development of China-Argentina education, combined with our syllabus, we have the following 3 suggestions for the project. The first, it is suggested to further clarify the doctoral training process because we have no exact understanding of the whole process. The second, it is suggested that we can participate in the legal research projects of WUBA and improve our research ability. The third is when we go to when we will go to the Argentina and how to arrange the time so we can arrange it before we go to the Argentina. We have a exact arrangement. The the last is our love for professors and the WUBA. We 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 strongly love all the professors taught us and show our respect and love for the WUBA. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear Ada. I I am really amazed that you said I speak with northeastern accent, Chinese. First of all, I didn't know I spoke Chinese. I didn't know that I speak Chinese. I simply utter some words, nothing more than that. Let's return to the. Okay, so return to the grid square, to the grid side. Tuk. Grid view. Okay. Now we are returning to the grid view. So really, I didn't know I spoke Chinese with some accent, with northeastern accent. That's incredible. Thank you very much. I also didn't realize that Argentina is the furthest country from China. That's interesting, but we are very close in our hearts. And I thank you very much. Your words were magnificent, dear Ada. And I took here notice of your 3 observations. Concerning the first one, the further clarification, I think we could convene a meeting for all the students of the 2 groups. Maybe next month I will tell you, I will send you a message. We could convene a meeting dedicated only to speak about the program and to ask and to answer all the questions you may have. We will arrange this meeting with Professor Pérez Collados, and we will summon you all so that we can answer you all the questions you have concerning the methodology of the program. And then afterwards, in what concerns to inserting yourselves, to incorporating yourselves into our research community, I think that is perfectly feasible, and we can do that. And I will work in that line. I will ask the collaboration of Professors Marta Biaggi and Andrea Gastron, who are the specialists in research in our team, and we will probably bring you an alternative in the following months. And what concerns to the last question, when are we going to travel to Buenos Aires, to go to Buenos Aires? Well, I hope that next year. I hope that next year we came back now in these days. We started very slowly coming back to physical presence in undergraduation studies. I started going to the university some weeks ago. Yesterday, I was in the law school meeting with Professor Isabel González Nieves, and we have classrooms prepared now to give mixed classes through platform to those who cannot come physically, and classes given physically to those who can come to Buenos Aires. So I hope that if things are not so complicated, we think that next year we will be able to receive you here in Buenos Aires. And so you will have the pleasure of dancing tango and eating our magnificent asados, barbecues, and drinking our wines, which maybe are better than the Maotai, I don't know. But we will have the pleasure of receiving you here in Buenos Aires, probably, I hope so, next year. So, after the...
We can't wait to go to Uba. We can't wait to go to Uba. Yeah.
We can't wait to receive you here. We can't wait to receive you here. We are doing everything in order to prepare our palace, our Doric palace, as we call it, our law school, to be able to receive you here. We hope we will be receiving you here next year. And now, after the very, very nice words of Ada, we will have the pleasure of hearing our friend Kang Hao Wang Smith, who will take now the word. And please, our dear friend Smith, we are listening. Go ahead.
Okay, Professor, I will share the screen.
Go ahead.
Professor, can you see the screen I shared?
Yes, we can. Yes,
okay.
We can.
I will
Shide, with my northeastern accent. Shide.
some thoughts from our first class presented by Wenchang mentor Ricardo. Hello, students and teachers. Today, I'm very honored to represent the first class to talk about our feelings of studying at UBA. The first point is thank you. We are grateful to you, UBA, for accepting us as its PhD students. Why do we say thank you? Let's start by looking at the two of the most prestigious international university ranking. UBA is ranked 69th in the QS 2022 ranking. In front of him, the closest Chinese university is Shanghai Jiao Tong University, ranked 50th. Behind him, the closest university is the University of Science and Technology of China, ranked 98th. The academic level of UBA is quite high from this ranking. Let's look at another ranking, ARW. UBA is ranked 200 to 300 in ARW academic ranking. ARW is made by the top university of China, Shanghai Jiao Tong University. In front of him is the newcomer in China, Shenzhen University. Behind him is the University of Science and Technology, Beijing. Beijing is the capital city of China. From this academic ranking, his academic level is also quite high. So we are grateful to UBA for being very accommodating in taking us as its PhD students. We are also grateful to UBA for being a platform for us to meet such excellent students and teachers. There is a Chinese proverb. We have been practicing for 10 years to ride on the same boat. It is a rare destiny for us to meet at UBA in our lifetime, no matter between students or between the students and the university. The second point is the school motto. We may study for a long time in school and learn some knowledge and truth. But what is the most influential thing in our academic career? I think it is the school motto. Every student should remember the motto of their alma mater the most. It is like the lighthouse guiding the way forward. And what is the motto of UBA? I guess many students don't know it. Here, I would like to share it with you. It is life needs to be hardened by rigorous refinement before it can show its dazzling brilliance. As students of UBA, we also need to learn and remember this motto. On the one hand, it asks us not to be afraid of difficulties and hardship, to face the challenge and complete the hardening of our lives. And on the other hand, it asks us to show our brightness to the best of our ability after completing the hardening, so that our lives will be more colorful and valuable. Professor Ricardo once said, once you become a student at UBA, you will always be a student at UBA. I think that in many years, we may forget what one of our professor taught us in class. But I hope that we will all follow the UBA motto and let it guide us to overcome difficulties and move forward in our lives. Professor Ricardo is a master storyteller. What he told us told us yesterday a story about an accident really touched me. The third point is struggle. Because of the epidemic, UBA has developed online educational format, and our students who are spread all over the country have become a seed of UBA in China. Today, we are proud to be UBA students, and we hope that we can all strive hard to create even more brilliant achievements. One day, we can make the university proud that we are his students. I hope to have a day when we can mention a certain student and the university can proudly say, he is our UBA student. Our classmate will be proud to say that he is my alumnus here. I would like to take a quote from Chinese President Xi Jinping. The journey is long, only struggle. Let's keep fighting for this goal. The last point is hope. Due to the time and the space barrier, we are not able to visit the beautiful UBA campus in person or use the school's facilities. And because of work, we can't do full-time study either. Therefore, I hope that the professors will give us some space and care in our assignments and theses so that we can graduate successfully. We will certainly live up to the expectation of our schools and teachers. This is the end of my speech. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, professor. Thank you all.
Thank you very, very much, 谢谢. Thank you very, very much, dear friend Smith. And of course, we will be all of us, all the professors will be, and all the other professors you don't know yet, but that you will know in the next periods. All of us will be always at your disposition in order to be with you in this journey to the doctorate. But it's not a journey that will end with the doctorate. It's a journey that will continue for your entire life, as you said so well, dear Smith. And I think that I represent all the professors that are here together gathered in saying that we all make a chair to what you say. We hope we will see a lot of Chinese students in the future of our University of Buenos Aires, and I hope those seeds you so correctly said now that this program is delivering in all the magnificent landscape of China will grow into a magnificent picture of friendship all over our countries, because friendship between China and the University of Buenos Aires and all the people that are gathered through the University of Buenos Aires, as you will see next Wednesday in our celebration, you will see that friendship is necessary, is compelling, absolutely. Thank you very much, 谢谢. Thank you very much, my dear friend Smith. And now we will have the pleasure of hearing two representatives from the group that started in August, now in this August, and so the group that ended today, the first period. And representing that group, I will have the enormous pleasure of hearing the voice of my marvelous friend, the friend also of Bob Sponge, my dear friend Katrina Shuling Zhang. Katrina, we are listening. Yours is the word. And the world, if you want.
Okay. Dear professors, hola. Good morning to you. Good evening to my fellows. And I got to say Ada's PPT is very beautiful. I'm so sorry I didn't prepare anything, so you can only look at my face. It's my great honor to make a short speech on behalf of my classmates. Please forgive my poor pronunciation. I will try to practice more before I go into Argentina. In the past 4 weeks, we all appreciate that the knowledge given by you, especially Professor Andrea, who doesn't like getting up early like me. She had to get up every morning and teach us, and she taught us a lot of knowledge about sociology. I appreciate her and I love her very much. Each professor has opened a new window for us. Outside the window is a knowledge beauty we have never seen before. And to Professor Ricardo, I do love your stories, especially this story about Humbaba, Gilgamesh, and some other characters you told us like Antigone. They are very, all of them, they are very interesting. And those stories give us, especially for me, give me a new perspective to think through the law. And I have to say, I love your mug and your handmade arts in your house. Professor Marta just told us a story 20 minutes ago that you once dressed up as a Roman emperor in school. I am still very curious about which emperor did you dress up. You can answer my question later. And also, I personally agree with Professor Andrea's views on women's power. I want to thank her for introducing us, the great Wittgenstein, to us. That's a very great man we never heard before. Professor Gabriela made me feel the first time that the philosophy is very interesting. It's not boring at all. The knowledge of logic is very practical for us. I mean, during the paper writing, it's very useful. We can use the logic stuff in our paper. I like her way of highlighting papers, which make it very easy for us to learn more about those knowledge. To Professor Marta, she is very nice. She shared many papers with us, and I'm very happy to read those juridical papers. She told us how to design a paper, and it's very practical for us, especially in this PhD program. I think most of us has no education background in law school, so I really appreciate Professor Marta about teaching us all those juridical writing skills. In a word, it's a pity that each professor has only 12 hours of class, which is too short. It's too short for me. I'm looking forward to meeting you in Argentina. I really want to join in the classroom and listen to more juridical cases, all those interesting cases in your class. Ti amo. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much, my dear friend Katrina. Thank you very, very much for your words. And well, I remember the week we spent with your group. It was really very, very nice. And I think that these two groups are magnificent. These two groups are magnificent. All of us, the professors, are really looking forward to go to China and meet you and be able to visit your wonderful country. And also, we are waiting for you to come to Buenos Aires. So, thank you very, very much. And now, let's hear the words of our friend Huang Hui from the first group that started in this month of August. Dear Huang Hui, you have the word, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Dear professors and classmates, good evening. I'm so sorry that I haven't made PPT for this ceremony, so I'll just give some small talk. Well, I was so surprised when Professor Marta Biaggi suggested me to give a speech on the ceremony, because I'm just the most ordinary one among so many excellent classmates, and my English was not very good. Anyway, thanks to Professor Marta Biaggi, maybe that's God meant. I believe that to all of our students to apply a doctorate degree is a very difficult decision. So do I. Whatever you are a soldier, or the company's leader, or a teacher, and so on, we all participate in this project through deeply think. When we thought this decision is pretty difficult, but more difficult thing is yet to come along. I thought my English is Chinglish, so I feel a bit shy when I speak English. However, during this period of learning, I met Spanglish, which made me understand that both professors and us are all foreign trials to English. The professor's pronunciation is very interesting and vivid, which makes me realize that language should not be a gap for us to get knowledge. During my study, I met Professor Ricardo, who teaches legal history. He is knowledgeable and brings me into the Western legal world. At the same time, he also lets me know that law is not necessary for every society, but every society has law. Professor Ricardo, do you remember about Maltai? That is the best white wine in China. Welcome all of our professors to China to taste Maltai. At the meanwhile, Professor Angelo Laura Gastrin gave me some key points about the function of law in any society. Law expressed to the public through art, right, literature, and so on. Also, law exists with values in judicial right, but if without law, values will be more serious. We are so fortunate to live in a world with law, even they are different in every country. We also get some new ideas from Professor Gabriela based on a subject of philosophy of law. She is a very interesting and knowledgeable teacher who led me to open a new door to understand the world. Also, I'm not familiar with some professional words. I even feel sleepwalking, so that I can't sleep every day and often look for our teaching materials with my mobile phone in the middle of the night. And of course, Professor Marta Biaggi, who is very helpful to us and teach us the research methods of the paper for many times and let us discuss in groups over the class. I think this would be very meaningful, especially helpful our paper writing. And don't forget, we are a researcher. So we are looking forward to the following up progress of the course. We also hope that after the epidemic, we can go to Argentina to have a face-to-face talking. Lastly, we wish that all of our professors can take care of your health and embrace the beautiful and amazing nature. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much for your kind words, my very dear friend. thank you very much. And of course, I remember the Mao Tai, dear Huang Hui. I remember the Mao Tai. I want to taste the Mao Tai, but I also want you to taste our wines here in Argentina, which I don't know if they are as good as the Mao Tai, but they are good wines also here. So thank you very, very much. Thank you all for your wonderful words. And let's now hear the words of our coordinator, our magnificent coordinator, and the great impulsor of this area, of this possibility, from Spain, Professor José María Pérez Collados. You have the word. Please go ahead.
Many thanks, Professor Rabinovich. Very few words. I only want to say that I feel happy. I am happy because our dream to build a PhD in law for Chinese students in Latin America is finally a reality. And not just because of our fantastic professors, not just for them. This is a reality for you, for all of you, for our students, for you. We will keep in touch, studying, learning, and progressing together. We will keep in touch. Thank you all, and nothing more.
Thank you very much, my dear friend, Professor José María Pérez Collados. I hope all our students know and bear in mind that it was your idea that made all this possible. I want to thank in public also to Mrs. Huang Yi, Professor Huang Yi, who from the agency made all this possible too. And well, as you know, all the efforts are the result, all the findings, all the creations are everywhere and always the result of the work not of a single person, but of a lot of people working together. And as we were speaking with the group that started in April, today, the Chinese wall was built stone by stone, no, and not all of it at the same time. So thank you very, very much to all the women and men who made possible this magnificent thing. You were telling about the good ranking of the UBA in the most important rankings in the world, but I must tell you that for that ranking, your presence is very important. So I thank you, and we thank you for rising our position in the rankings. I would ask if any of the dear professors who are now accompanying us in this humble ceremony want to say some words. Please feel free, professors, to pick the microphone and say whatever you want to the public now in the ceremony.
Thank you, Ricardo. If I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be very brief. I want to congratulate everyone for completing this very important early step that will be followed by many other steps, and together it will make a big journey. And I also would like to point to the fact that you are a group, and every group is unique. So make sure that you look around and you take care of the members of your group, because they will be accompanying you in the months and years to follow. Thank you very much, and that's all on my side.
Thank you very, very much, my dear friend, my brilliant friend and companion of a lot of works, academic works, Agustín Parise. Please, professors, feel free to take the microphone and speak if you want so.
Well, hello, everybody. I just want to say that I really enjoyed our meetings, and that's truth. And I think that maybe it was a very good time for all of us, and I hope that you enjoyed our meetings too. And I feel happy that you were my students. That's all I wanted to say, and just be happy. Goodbye, and very good luck for all of you.
Thank you very much, dear friend, Professor Gabriela Scataglini. Thank you very much for your words. And now, Professor Isabel Cristina González Nieves. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I want to greet you, thank you for all your commitment and dedication. The doctorate is a stage of academic life that allows us to rise in knowledge and in which we build our thinking and present our conclusions. I wish you a path full of success, and we will always be attentive to your concerns. For us, the teachers, they are important moments. It was a surprise to have students from such a distant country. But as time went by, we realized that we were close. For me, it was a joy to have them, also to tell them how proud I am with the results. I wish you happiness and achievement. And now I will say something in Chinese. That is okay. 真谁刚起又在大冰时 Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear friend, Professor. Did you finish or not?
Yes, it's. No, I say only thank you and happiness for all in Chinese. I don't know if it's okay, but I tend to say in the right form. Thank you for all.
Thank you, dear Professor Isabel. Excuse me because I thought you were finished. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Professors, any other professor who wants to say something? The microphone is yours.
I would like to say a few words.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, that I am grateful for you to coordinate, and Jose Maria Perez Collados, the two persons who made it possible for us to meet here, and the students for the great opportunity I had to meet friends, and because you are really friends and future colleagues at the university, and get to know you better in the days ahead. I hope to meet you here in Buenos Aires too. And I also want to say, as one of my colleagues has said, It was a wonderful academic opportunity, but first of all, be happy and take care. Thank you for all your nice words.
Thank you very, very much, dear friend, Professor Marta Biaggi. Professor Isabel has sent a lot of things in Chinese in the chat. I don't know what it says there, but I suppose there are very nice things for everybody. And thank you very much for all the comments that appeared in the chat. And I don't know if any other professor wants to take the microphone. Well, so my dear friends, we can then declare happily Professor José María Pérez Collados, proudly and happily, gladly, with all our hearts, we can declare that the period of classes of the program of intensive courses valid for the PhD of the Law School of the University of Buenos Aires is now formally closed. So we can go and you can have some rest because it is very late in the evening for you. So thank you very, very much. 谢谢 to all of you, to the students, to the professors, to all of you, and we keep together, we stay together, we will remain together. So, see you soon. Thank you for everything. See you soon and thank you for everything. Bye, bye, then, bye, bye. Zaijian. Zaijian, with my accent from the northeastern China. Zaijian. Bye, bye.
Gracias.
Bye bye.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.